My name is Sibila Marques, and I'm a very proud partner of the SIforAGE project. I'm now going to present to you the section on the best practices that we developed within the project. So first of all, I'm going to talk to you about mutual learning. And what do we understand by mutual learning? We understand that it's the opportunity for different actors to share knowledge and experience in order to find solutions and promote a society for all ages. That is our main idea. Why is it important? Because, as Professor Kirkwood already said in the beginning, a society for all ages is only possible with the multiple joint efforts of everyone. So it's very important to exchange knowledge and experiences in a participatory approach and in a very modern term that is the idea of co-creating alternatives. What kind of activities did we develop in the SIforAGE project that goes along with these lines of thought? So we developed focus groups with older persons in a participatory way in different countries. We also developed what we call deliberative workshops, where we put together older persons with researchers and policymakers. We had also a good practices examples collection all over 18 countries with about 120 cases. What have we learned? And I'm supposed to say this in a very brief way, so if you are curious, we can talk about this later. But we have found the main barriers and the main facilitators, what according to older persons, are the main factors to consider. So the main barriers identified for older persons regarding their social participation would be ageism, insufficient coverage of basic needs, and a culture of youth's negative perception of aging. So it was really interesting for us to find out that older persons themselves, when they were asked about what would be the main barriers for them to participate more in society, they mentioned that were the aging representations. As facilitators, they identified the idea of it's very important to create a society for all ages and once again change the image of aging and providing incentives for participation. And this, I think, goes along with main findings in the world that are stating that aging representation is really one of the main things to tackle first. From the deliberative workshops, we came with very nice results, and you see here a picture of research projects that were created together by the older persons and the researchers and the policymakers. For instance, one project was on the conditions for independent living at all stages of life, and another project was called Let's Do Research Work Together. So it was very nice to see that just in a small amount of time, people could come up with these projects together. Another thing that we found that it was really interesting was the good practices examples that we collected. For instance, we had social gatherings of older persons, lifelong learning examples, technology in healthcare, technology for social inclusion, intergenerational communication, municipality council of older persons, volunteering networking, so lots of different experiences that we can use in other situations. Finally, we also put together some key recommendations that I think will be picked up in the white paper part. But our main key recommendations for this part would be to focus on the experience of older persons, for instance, promoting new business for an aging society, on intergenerational relationships in the sense that it's clearly necessary to focus on a more cohesive society, on the participation of older persons in society, encouraging older people to participate more in public affairs, on obstacles to be removed, for instance, as communication obstacles, on improving the image of older persons across society, on the need of a life course approach, on ways and means to be applied. And for us, one of our important sentences is nothing about us without us. Thank you.